Banned map in this this set is Kilimanjaro, and every other map we will see. I adjust the title of the stream. Yeah, Valley, Serengeti, Runestones, Atacama, Golden Swamp, Haboob, Four Lakes. I love Golden Swamp. Four Lakes could be interesting. Don't understand the difference between Serengeti, Runestones. Haboob, I learned, is very deathbally. So we need sifs there that get to deathball and can overrun the opponent. Not necessarily the fastest sifs, so Persians, for example, not Cumans. Interesting that Turks are picked so early. I haven't considered them as a top sif yet without bombard cannons, bombard towers. Bombard towers are allowed. They are a top tier sif. Without it, yeah, they are far worse. Yeah. I ask for Quendi to send me the lobby codes if he can. And what are we seeing here? So, who has more sifs that I would consider very strong? I really like Mongols, Celts, Spanish Cumans, or Quendi. I'm not too sure about Malians, what they can do. Persians are always nice to see, but sadly not the strongest Sith. But yeah, war elephants are always nice to watch. Franks are okay, I would say. Don't convince me too much. Same with Mayans. Vietnamese elephants could be strong. Same for Khmer. And I'm also interested in what Italians can do. The other side, Teutons, Tatars, Japanese, Saracens, Berbers. I wouldn't have put them as a second pick. Nice indeed, and hello, Onki. I wouldn't have put Berber in second pick position, and I think only, yeah, 2 sifs were banned per team. By the way, Sicilians, Huns, Slavs, Koreans. Okay. Saracens are sniped and Mongols are sniped, so both teams sniping siege onager sifs. And yeah, strong ones on top of that. Oh, Celt siege onagers could be cool. Love to see them today. Magyar is also nice with their Cavarges and the Magyar Hussar. Japanese towers are good. Lithuanians should be interesting as well. If you can get relics, they can get a really dangerous army. And let's see if I can find the games. Oh, there's some Rage Forest practicing going on, apparently. And deathmatch on Coastal. Oh, there's another deathmatch lobby at the moment where Keller and Solara are playing. Interesting, interesting. And no, that was just the lobby that was being opened for this game. Is Quendi Keller and Solara? I thought they were the other the other Quendi team. Oh no. Ah no, Quendi A. Yeah, Quendi A is Rage, Improvise, and True. Quendi Z is Keller and Solara. So I think this isn't as important as I thought at first, but still very high level of deathmatch that we will see. Okay. Then let's hope that they start soon. Mr. Wood Control, you mean Keller? Yeah. And we will see Ganji, not freaking Chris, playing. Yeah, Keller will be playing, and I'm sure not many games will be played until Wood runs out. And yeah, in this game mode, he is a bit better than he is in random map. And let's be honest, in random map, he is already pretty good. Okay. Looks like they're still in the lobby, not starting yet. And I'm not sure, but I think Atacama is the first map we see. And then Wood Control gets important. Mm. And are they still in the lobby? Yeah, okay. Interesting. Don't really know what they are doing there at the moment. Probably discussing something. Maybe they are still discussing which sieves they want to play on which map. I mean, in the meantime, I can see where my webcam is working. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Now you can see me. And I started by saying that the DM guys always are fast with everything. You won't see the backgrounds change early. Oh wow, I can't find the game in on the spectator dashboard. Mm. Okay, spectator dashboard says it started 2 minutes ago, but doesn't show me the game. Or why? Yeah, Mara will probably go to the new apartment earlier because she has to go to work. but we won't be able to move completely that early. Ah, now I can join the game. Let's go into Capture Age. That's loading now. And that's maybe a bit fast. So let's pause for now. And let's see what each player is doing. So we have confusing colors for me. Let's change that a bit. In blue and teal, we have Quendi, Quendi Z. Let's change that in the overlay. Quendi Z against EF Stars. And oh, this is a best of 7 now. And should be winner bracket. Round of 4 semifinals. I think that's the case. We have with Franks in teal Keller, who is opening with quite a lot of stables and some barracks, pretty standard for Franks, getting Harps and Paladin on the field. Against him, we see freaking Andy with the Lithuanians, who's also starting with a few stables and Archer ranges. I'm not sure if we will see Cav Archer or a Hand Cannoneer. I would assume Hand Cannoneer against the Harps of the opponent. And a Barrack, so maybe your own Harps as well. And a Red Gunji with Portuguese is going for Barracks only. And I assume he will defend with Harps, then get onto Castles and Stables. Would be my idea. Against Hindustanis, he has to defend against a lot of stables, from which we will see a lot of camels soon. And then they add some. There are the castles. By the way, nicely walled here, the Ville. And EcoKT, freaking Andy, killed one, lost one. Same obviously for Keller, because they are playing against each other. And first Paladins on the field. At the moment, Frank Paladins are way stronger than the Lithuanians, because we have only 16 attacks on those and 18 on these from Franks, and 192 HP against 180. But Harps here on the field, and we see Cav Archers, not Hand Cannoneers. Gives you more mobility, so that's nice. And here, yeah, the Harps defend against all those camels. I'm pretty happy that I predicted that more or less right. And yeah, more camels, and most likely Cav Archers soon here. Could also be Hand Cannoneers. Yeah, it's Hand Cannoneers. Should be better against the Harps. And ARPs for the Portuguese player. I mean, they are fully upgraded. They are strong, but ARPs are not the best unit in deathmatch, because you can't run fast to your opponent. If you already have those camels trying to find some kills, but won't only find death, here our front player is overwhelming his opponent with all those paladins, but the camels get in. Oh no, those are blue camels. Yeah, they are now attacking together. And I think that is possible because red has a slow army. Harps, organ guns, ARPs are not moving fast, so blue can play over to orange. Doesn't have to stick with red. Can defend that with the now coming units. And yeah, there are some helps in there, but paladins from Franks and the Imperial Counts of Hindustanis are both really strong units against the Kev heavy play of Lithuanians. I think they're getting quite some damage. Orange is at 14 wills, which is okay. Oh, Keller lost quite some wills, 8 already. Is killing some now, but he has the lowest will number, and that means he will have the lowest number of production buildings. I mean, his stables are pretty fast, so he can compensate for that. But normally you want to have a lot of paladins fast on the field with Franks to overwhelm your opponent. And yeah, that is basically him losing part of his strength. How is blue doing against red? Pretty well, as it seems. Well, the bombard cannons are nice here against what red is doing. And the Gulam that are now getting onto the field are also pretty good against Halb and Arb and Siege. All of that gets killed by Gulam. Halb obviously are gold efficient, but that's not the biggest problem at the moment. And if I thought that correctly, Solara even sold some resources. And Ganji is selling food to buy wood. That's not what you're to do normally. And I think blue is pretty stable here at the moment. How are the eco numbers looking? Very similar. Black Forest Stars in red and orange are slight bit ahead, but Quendi with higher military numbers. And now the siege gets here to defend or to push against the castles. Nice castles here by Solara. Nice this one of Genji. Will stop the trade from starting and makes it possible to trade from here to here, which is why Keller is building a market here. And here, I'm not sure how good this is looking. X-Men really good against halves, but not many, and it's hard to macro them. I think the halves should be sent forward here against all the Kev to make sure that the gold units, the expensive units, Paladin and the few X throwers, getting back. And in the south, Solara is getting more and more meters for himself. Those traps doing good job against the towers and town centers. Bombard cannons could stop that. This one is almost dead, one shot. This one as well, and then 2-3 shots into these, and nice attack ground against the Gulam. And once again, good shot with the bombard cannons. But Ganji still moving backwards at the moment. And freaking Andy could stop this castle, but this castle is still annoying. Gets trapped now, and Keller seems like he has to regroup. Is he maybe now in the phase where he is out of resources? Yeah, he is out of gold, so he can only produce harps at the moment. He has to start the eco and the trade. And Ganji is selling food again. I mean, he doesn't need that much, but at least some. And every time we look over here, blue is moving forward a bit more. Last time we watched, there were some buildings of Ganji here. Now there are units of Solara moving forward. And yeah, freaking Andy could get some ground here. can expand now, and let's see if we find some relics in his monastery. But first we should be concerned that there is no monastery for him. Oh, there too. I'm blind. There's a monk as well, but no relics collected yet. This one should be his. Could potentially get this one with a dangerous mission. What do we see here? Oh, let's hope for freaking Andy that he notices this. Ooh, and he does. Really good reaction. But there's some paladins moving in against him as well. Oh, they're getting chased by a lot of units, so they shouldn't be able to do too much damage. And the camels in between town centers and castles and Lithuanian town centers with 3 range more than normal town centers. But the next paladin raid getting in here. Ooh, can they kill the traps? I think so. So Keller, apparently, back to numbers, he is close to 200 pop. He has to get rid of some units to get some progress. Oh, sadly we missed a big battle here. But that should be fine. Oh no. Look at this. So many resources going down the drain. Just because Ganji can kill those traps with 2 organ guns. That won't save him for now, as bombard cannons are already on the field and moving forward. But it gives him some more time to defend. Now he can start to push out a bit here. Is this the point where Ganji is recovering? Oh, poor organ gun, but it's only 1. This should be fine. So, Ganji at the moment recovering. Let's see if freaking Andy can do the same. He will lose this trap, but paladins are getting a lot of damage in as well. From hulls, from castles, from latest. And there's quite a big number of cav archers here. And 2 organ guns helping out. Thank you for that, organ guns. Yeah, paladins just so strong against pierce damage. And they kill the trap really fast. Latest still with only +3 attack. 1 relic in here. So latest can ignore armor. We have to remember that. And Keller sending 2,000 wood to Solara. How are the eco numbers looking? Similar. Black Forest Stars slight bit ahead. While Quendi has the slight army lead. What is pretty good at the moment for the Quendi guys is that they can trade here. These castles defend against raids. But at the same time, Ganji is moving out. And those bombard cannons could get rid of the castles here. He knows about this castle that will be built here because of the tower. So Ganji looking okay at the moment. And yeah, freaking Andy has the highest score, but his position isn't as healthy at the moment. He's under quite a lot of pressure. And he sells stone. Even though he is repairing castles, will lose this one now with the next shots. Yeah, he is out of stone, can't repair, loses the castle. That because he sold stone. Ganji is buying wood. That's a bit concerning. And where are they trading? There. And only this distance. This is no trade. This is not good. Quendi will have more gold in the long run. And he even lost the relic. And yeah, they call the GG. Quendi is 1-0 ahead. And this, I think this is due to the trade being secured. And I think it's interesting that Ganji never got to enough wood eco. This tower is close to dying. Yeah, so Black Forest Stars are behind now in the first game. And we will see one of their home maps now. So Valley Serengeti or Runestones, so pretty much Arabia Lake maps. Let's see if there's another lobby. And we have a lobby. It will be Runestones. I have to load that one now. There. We're still in the 2-minute spec delay. If I saw that correctly. 50 seconds left. That is nice. And I have to write a message to some people. One moment. There's a scammer running around, and I want to tell that to other Discord and Twitch mods so they can ban that guy from their Discords or the streamer Discords of the community. And I can load the game and show to you as well. Let's go into the game 2 of Assassin's Cup. Let's see again what the people are playing. So I have to change colors here again. All right, hello Greg. Nice to see you. Alright, so freaking Andy is playing with the Byzantines, and they will most likely go for camels, as it seems. Some harps as well. And do we have a archery range? No. So harp camel, I would say. And playing against the Celts, I would assume they had some bombard cannons as well, because we already see 4 siege workshops here, which is typical for Celts. We will see siege onagers, siege rams, probably even scorpions. Some stables for paladins, even though they are not as good. They are good opening just because of the pure power of paladins. And barracks for harps, I assume, and champions. Often they are castles added later for world raiders as well. Together with Keller, we see Solaro with the Vietnamese. 2 castles is an indicator for their unique unit, the Rattan Archer. And stables for elephants is my prediction. Maybe 1 or 2 light cav. I don't think they have Hussar, just to snipe Wilds. And in red for Ganji Teutons, siege onagers as well. Maybe bombard cannon. From the stable paladin, we have barracks a lot for harps, I assume. And Greg prefers Ganji and Andy here. I think Andy has a quite good matchup against Celts because of the good bombard cannons and ARPs and cheaper halves than the Celts. The gunpowder, the hand cannoneers can deal with infantry as well. And yet, Teutons are pretty dangerous if you get the siege generator shots into the units of Vietnamese. Then I see Teutons here being ahead here. But Vietnamese can also get bombard cannons, so can come down to micro. But I agree with you. I prefer Andy and Ganji here when it comes to civs. And skill should be kind of equal. Nice quick walls here, by the way. And even more quick walls. This paladin should now get... No, it's too slow. Teuton paladin. But no kill for the light cav. Yeah, gets cornered there. And the will could work again, please. Thank you very much. There are cavalier coming, not light cav. And yeah, this camel gets walled out everywhere. Next camel here. And if I see that correct... Oh, freaking Andy got a villager kill with this camel, I assume. Oh yeah, Greg, you're right. If the Teuton player plays over to the Celt, which we see at the moment, that could lead to some destruction. Do Teutons get bombard cannon? They get gunpowder, I know that, but does that mean they get bombard cannon? Not sure, but that would be the nail on the coffin for Celts. If... Oh, those helps are dying here. And yeah, camels have a hard time to engage against the harps. And there are elephants going to the base of Andy, but camels and harps should deal with that easily. Ooh, 2 elephants down. Oh, those are dead. No need to watch more. The paladin here saw more coming, and now first time that red and blue are engaging against each other, apart from the early will snipe attempts. And this is the clash we won, with siege onagers here shooting left and right, but missing most targets at the moment. We see one getting saved by harps, maybe? No. But I think that wasn't really worth it for Andy. This bombard cannon here could be dead. Ooh, a nice shot here against the camels. And these elephants are now not too easy to deal with now that there are more. And freaking Andy under quite some pressure. Could need some help from Ganji, who has Teutonic Knights on the field. Really good against Celt infantry, against paladins as well. And what I forgot about Byzantines against Celts, Elite Cataphract should shred as well. So maybe Ganji could go over. No, Keller could be the worst here. Which is like saying, yeah, ACCM is the worst NAC4 player. Freaking Andy is the DM World Cup champion at the moment. And Solara and Ganji are either around Keller or slightly above him. As far as I know, I'm no expert in the scene. I just want to get into it, and that's why I'm casting this. By the way, this castle is denied, and Keller is building his own here. So Keller is really strong. I think last Deathmatch World Cup he was 10 to 16, something like that. Nice shot here by the bombard cannon. Andy started as a Black Forest player, then got into Deathmatch, then got into into random map and excelled at everything. And the most impressive thing is, by the way, he sold a lot of wood for reasonable price so far. And this gives me the impression that he is going for cataphracts more than most other things. But he has to deal with a lot of siege in his base. Those siege rams are dangerous. Oh, and I think those siege rangers hit the elephants more than the cataphracts. And yeah, the Rattan archers, I forgot the name twice, are quite good against the cataphracts, especially when the castle here is going down and they are in the bridge here. Yeah, what did I want to say? Yeah, freaking Andy isn't really a clown as far as I know. Yeah, that choke point was disgusting. That's insane. He was just a Black Forest player. That's also why Black Forest Stars is the name. Ganji, also strong Black Forest player and team game player in general. Yeah. While we see freaking Andy being pushed, we should maybe say that Ganji, his teammate, is pushing as well. So while Solara is helping out Kalaya against freaking Andy, he gets quite some problems here. Kala sends the paladins over, which Ganji saw, kills a lot of them with his siege onagers. Oh, siege onager here with okay, shit. But dies. Paladins kill some siege onagers, but die as well. And yeah, problem is freaking Andy is kind of dying, is rebuilding here with some TCs and siege workshops. He has still 2 castles and some TCs left in his base, but this isn't looking too healthy. And if Keller can get this area, they can trade, while Ganji and freaking Andy once again won't be able to do that. At the moment, it looks like freaking Andy can recover here. He has more army in this area. And we see some Teuton siege onagers on the way to help out. And some red dots in the back here. Paladins are raiding Solara. There's no army to defend against that. Yeah, castle and ungarrisoned TCs, they could in theory defend if they're villagers inside of them. Oh, that wasn't the best siege onager shot. But the raid is pretty devastating. And Black Forest Stars with slightly lower will numbers, but better army, even though Kala, freaking Andy, was decimated so heavily. Problem for him, he won't get on to the best number of cataphracts. Oh, that was a nice siege onager hit. That one killed more of your own units, Kala. Did I say units? I wanted to say units, obviously. I think it comes down to who's in the better position in 10 minutes, Solara or Andy. One of them will most likely be pretty dead, and the other will force his opponent to call the GG. And isn't it lovely to see elephants died? Whoa, that was a great shot. I think he killed some of his own units, but a lot of the opponent's units. And that is the reason why siege onagers are so much better than onagers. Just surviving the onager hits. And obviously that they are doing a lot more damage against other units. And here, monks on the field, something we don't see often in deathmatch, as monks excel in low army numbers, and that's not what deathmatch is about. Even though both teams combined at the moment under 200 military, so under 50 on average per player. And that's a lot of army to kill one Rattan archer. Yeah, Ganji is pushing toward the corner here, and if at the moment Andy is defending this corner, then it's the other way around. Ganji and Andy could trade from this corner to this corner, or from this corner to this corner. Quendi and Solara won't have good trade options. There's the next round of siege rams. Ooh, that was close shot, I think. Could have been a lot of kills, but isn't. Sadly for all for all Keller fans. Yeah, I think an AI with Bohemians on deathmatch is unbeatable. Very hard to beat. Trash monks and harps that deal extra damage, right? Or extra bonus damage. Ooh, Keller with World Raider raids here in the shared area of Ganji and freaking Andy. Yeah, Bohemians with Hufnice, Harp, Monk, and an AI that can micro good, or each monk individually at the same time is dangerous. And this raid isn't really dealt with. Teutonic Knights can't catch up with Roll Raiders, so if they are trying to defend here, they can only defend the area they are at, and that is only one at a time. Isn't there a Barbarian AI in DE? I thought so. And is Max the one who wrote it? I know that Max is part of the AI scripting community, or was. I don't know how active he is there at the moment. Little raids here with the infantry. Ooh, Castle Denied? That was pretty forward. Oh, those paladins could kill all the vills here. There's nothing stopping them. But I assume Ganji doesn't know about it. Yeah, and Solara isn't really dealing with the push. It's a slow push. Partially because it's a Teuton push. Teutons aren't known for their speed. Yeah, those guys are good at dealing with Road Radar raids. But this push isn't really stopped. If those move forward now, aren't we all here for those masses of dead archers? Rip. Send F into the chat to pay respect for the fallen halberdier that was killed by his own siege onager friends. No Andy walls, only quick walls are allowed. Yeah, now this corner is in the hand of the Black Forest Stars. We have the opposite position or situation of last game. Quendi has inefficient trade and it's easily raided. Imagine the straps move a bit towards here to the castle. Market goes down, no trade anymore. While Ganji and freaking Andy can decide if they want to trade with this market, with this corner, with this corner. This one will be safe until they die. So either Quendi does something about it, or they will die to a lot of gold units. But we have to say, we start with so much gold, and there's still the same amount on the field that it takes more units to nice shots. More units to get rid of all the gold on the map. So it doesn't take more time because units are just produced so much faster, but you can get more units on the field. And also we don't have to pay for upgrades. So for Paladin alone, it should be 4 digits of gold saved before the first paladin is on the field. And yeah. So it gets you more units, the gold on the field. But when it's gone, it's gone for Quendi, and it's not completely gone for Black Forest does. 13k gold, and we won't see that running dry because Andy is pushing now and getting pushed from both opponents with no trade. Against trade is something you call the GG over. And we have the 1-1 for us, and that means we have a series going now where hopefully everything is possible. And I see if I can get the next game. Oh, and it is my favorite map. We still have the spec delay, 1 minute roughly, but then we will see Golden Swamp. And I love Andy Sif. It's Chinese, and they have the strongest demo ships in the game, and demo ships are the units I love here. Honestly, what could be better than seeing 40 Spanish paladins, Callas Sif, running around and getting hit by 5 to 10 demo ships, heavy demolition ships, and all being flattened, sinking down to the swamp. Isn't it lovely? And we will see Turks, and I could see why. Turk bombard cannons, better at killing castles with their 1 extra range, +2 from artillery, -1 from missing siege engineers, and cannon galleons. If you control the swamp, you control the siege in the middle. And cannon galleons can be dangerous. And only the loading time is missing until we see the game. Let's jump into Capture Age, where the game is loading, and let's let them build some buildings. Then we pause again and see what they are doing at the beginning. All right, so I change colors again. What did I do last time? Solara was blue and Ganji got red. Let's go. So let's start with freaking Andy. Some docks. I hope for a lot of demo ships. Some stables, probably Cavalier and or Camel. And a castle. Chukunu, quite a strong unit, and will likely be going for them. Then we see next to him Ganji with Goth, and I don't think I need to explain why they built some barracks. So let's jump over to Keller. I think he will add some docks soon as well. Let's go forward a tiny bit. Not too early. He is going for some stables for now. Obviously, Spanish with fully upgraded paladins and with a faster building. I think they like treadmill crane, but are still a bit faster. Is that correct? Yeah, faster building time and treadmill crane are really important in deathmatch, and that's something Spanish are good at. And here we see Turks with some stables and archer ranges. So I assume we will see camels to fight against incoming cavalry, and cav archers with Sipai. I've heard they are strong. And normally cav archers have the problem that you need a lot of upgrades for them, which is nothing that is important in deathmatch. Yeah, Solara going for some docks. Could lose the will here, yes. Oh, and that is great. If they get ships out later, it's way harder for them to get water control. And there is the first galleon, and if that galleon can kill that Will, Solara is in a bad position on water. How is it looking here? So Ganji is opening with Harps. Best thing against Spanish because their paladins could kill you otherwise. And I think the camels of freaking Quendi will defend quite well against those paladins. Gets also some harps on the field against the paladins, and we have the first Semi-Devolution ship waiting for its moment, waiting for the 60 Spanish cavaliers to come in just to kill them all, and... oh no. Okay, there's no Will at the moment. And how did those demo ships get here? I think Keller should check his gathering point. Oh, was that just one harp going in there and getting a kill on a demo ship? I mean, it was a suicide mission, but a successful one. Oh, and that was a good hit against all those camels. I think one demo hit would have been enough here, not the most efficient trade. And yeah, galleons can help out quite well against camels. And we see Ganji mainly defending here with harps. And those aren't the trades you want to take with demo ships. Oh, and I think this is bad for Keller. How much did he kill? 20 harps? 20 goth harps, so really cheap. And losing like 10, 12 demo ships here. I don't think that is the trade you want with them. You want to send them in here. This could be a group of harps. Yeah, that demo ship was better. And at the moment, freaking Quendi with quite a lot of ships, not only demos, and oh, let's see what those can achieve. Could you maybe Ganji? And the game had some lag. Why didn't he send them in here? I mean, we have to remember they are probably producing out of a dozen buildings, different units, sending them to 2 different places, having to deal with this trade as well. Making sure that those harps don't run into suicide. Sometimes it's just hard to make sure that those units kill the right things. Oh, those were a lot of demos going down. Ooh, will kills. Nice. And we see towers as well. I think that the middle is so small is a thing of a deathmatch Golden Swamp, not of Golden Swamp in general. But yeah, I didn't really saw that or noticed that yet. So there's not too much gold here, but obviously people can trade if they if they are able to protect their base in the back. And it's interesting that Ganji is adding champions and not Huskarls, in my opinion. As in pure infantry unit, Huskarls are worse in melee combat, but this isn't melee combat, and this isn't melee combat. Against Hussars, it shouldn't matter too much. And O'Keller is going for champs against the nice fast shooting cannon guns. Keller is going for champs against the Goth player. Really good decision. He has all upgrades there. Not sure if he has supplies though. That would be necessary, I think, to be effective against Goth. Oh. Tower got a kill. And those hussars should have a hard time against the towers as well, but looks like they are running to the back. Oh, nice demo hits here from freaking Andy. Is taking down 2 demos with one of his 2 times, I think. Now the other way around. And those hussars will get some kills until the castle gets up. And Keller with good water control here. And has 10 cannon galleons, elite cannon galleons. So he should be able to kill quite a lot of the buildings of Ganji, while Ganji is spamming his infantry into the base of Keller. Maybe we need some support with ships. The freaking Andy versus Solara side is looking comparably peaceful, except for some sea trims. Knocking on heaven's door, I meant on the towers. That obviously keeps already, but yeah. The towers. Nice traps here, and I think Ganji shouldn't be moving into this area, but this area. Because he is safe from the elite cannon galleons. Oh, and more demo hits here, but not very effective for Solara. Sea trims, by the way, were killed by camels of Andy. Will those traps go down? One at least. Let's see. Camels and towers should dealing with this. Keller sold wood. So he has quite a solid wood eco as it seems. Oh, cannon galleon. I think the cannon galleon killed the demo ship. And now we have Huskals. They die to equal numbers of champs. But otherwise, I don't see a unit at the moment here that could deal with those. And by the way, if this castle dies, the area is open to get some raids against the trade. Oh, and camels dealing with the hussars, but janissaries should be good against them. How much damage are they doing per shot? 22 minus 4, so 18 damage. These 10 janissaries are one-shotting camels if they hit. These 8 don't do that anymore, and we'll lose to this high number of camels unless they can get to the castle that is getting trapped down. Ganji is now waiting here for the right moment to attack, killing everything he can reach with bombard cannons and traps. There's another bombard cannon to defend, but that should be dying any moment. Not enough Huskals was sent. Just aren't happy with the gold eco of Keller. Want to reduce that. This castle, by the way, died finally to the traps, and now the camels can engage better, but janissaries are really good against them. And demo ships reducing the... Ooh! So many demo ships going down for Keller here. That isn't what he needs, and the Huskals can now fight against the repair vills, and this corner is gone. Quendi once again without proper trade. That will be problematic. Do they have another market? Yes, here, but that is not only in range for the bombard cannons. That gets... yeah, paladins will kill the siege here most likely, so the market is safe for now, but trade cards didn't notice it yet. I like the position of freaking Andy and Ganji, even though they have the lower score. Keller has lost a lot of his water control, only 2 ships left for him. this demo and this cannon galleon. And he is under heavy pressure against Ganji. He's dealing with it at the moment, but not too efficiently. And losing gold units when you lost your trading corner isn't what you want. So this is quite a lot of area that, or quite a lot of distance that they can't use for trade. And freaking Andy is killing the docks of Solara. Bombard cannon galleys are dealing with it. Ooh, and the Chinese. Ooh, that last one was a good hit with the demo, but the other ones not too effective. Just trading demo ships, and I think even less demos were killed for Andy than for Solara in that case. Not sure if that demo was really worth it, but you can't always engage perfectly. Let's take a look at the KD. I think it's horrible for Ganji, which is the game plan of Goth. Yeah, lost more than double the units he killed. Keller, other way around. Solara and freaking Andy, similar numbers there. We have a fight here. It's a raid with camels of Solara, but helps Chukunu Tower's castle. Can deal with that quite okay-ish, I wanted to say, but well, the siege ram will deal with the tower. Camels could do damage in this area if there was anything left, but here with the castle and the other tower, it's not their place to be. The demo was okay-ish, I think. Yeah, cannon galleys, cannon galleons aren't the best unit against the galleons here. Castle helps out, but otherwise that is a good fight for freaking Andy. And those guys here, no kills at the moment, wanted to raid, but will die to the castle fire quite fast. Gets few kills, like 3 maybe, or 1 so far. More are coming. And speaking of coming, this tournament is organized by Coming. And yeah, I think he's streaming the set as well. So, and if you like Deathmatch, he is streaming a lot more than I do. But now let's focus back on the match. More siege trims by Solara Send, and even though this is quite a small army, the one of Andy is even smaller. Ganji is still pushing and Keller is selling wood again. At the moment, doesn't look like he is doing wood units except for bombard cannons. This castle isn't constructed yet, so the onagers are safe and could potentially deny it. It's deleted by Keller. And the market has to be deleted. And now these markets are the ones that are the furthest. They are almost at the half distance line. And this gold is also under control of the Black Forest Stars, who are pushing here as well. This push by Solara is at the moment the only thing going for Quendi. Let's see how effective it is. Not too effective. Solara is moving back a bit. Wow. Right before the Seatrim could attack the trap, it gets killed. Oh, and nice raid with Hussars here with Solara, and those have extra pierce armor because it's Solara is playing as Turks, so the castles won't stop them too well. Ah, but they are dealt with. There are also units around, so the raid won't kill freaking Andy and Ganji, but obviously isn't what they would prefer in this situation. And Solara is also selling wood, and they are already down to the lowest possible prices, and the Black Foresters are both pop capped. While Keller is far away from that, and Solara isn't looking too good either, population wise. And yeah, trade is getting horribly inefficient because all those trade cars have less space. They are not only getting less per trip, they are also bumping more into each other. And score is still higher for Quendi, which is really surprising to me. But if I remember correctly, score in deathmatch is even less significant than in a random map. Ganji selling food now. And freaking Andy is sending food to Ganji. I think that means that Chinese don't get the tech, which name I forgot, that give you better exchange rates. Because you can trade without taxes. And but I'm not sure about that, if Chinese have the tech or not. Would be quite funny. I think Chinese should have all trading tax, all market tax. But if we look into history, they should also have gunpowder units. And at the moment, they're just fighting against gunpowder units. And yeah, Ganji is still pushing and pushing and pushing. Really well done this game by him. Oh, demo hits here. Let's rewind that. And traps obviously can't run away. But not sure if that was enough to justify the cost of the demos. And it looks like Solara is preparing one last push against freaking Andy. How can Keller still have higher score than everyone else? I mean, as a team, Keller and Solara now have the lower score. Even though it's jumping around, apparently. Oh, Ganji is selling food for gold. Is he out of gold? How's trade looking? Not too much. Yeah, he's out of gold. Or really low on gold. But I'm surprised. I don't think Goth needs so much gold. And Huskars like 20 gold each? And Champion 15 gold or something like that? Not sure about the prices for Goth exactly. Oh no. If those Hussars were going to the trade, that would have been way better than going to the Alps. And this fight is looking okay for Solara. We'll lose the Hussars, but not the Cav Archers. It looks like Keller has stopped the push of Ganji at the moment. has built another market here to get more efficient trade again. And I think we'll lose 4 bombard cannons here. Could hand cannoneer stop that? No, imagine just one on-job bombard cannon shot into this, or just in here. Yeah, Ganji is pushing again. His push. Oh, Hussar's coming in is nice, but halves are around. Fast production helping out here. Bombard cannon, I think, was the one killing the trip. No, it doesn't have any kills on it, so it wasn't the bombard cannon. Those were the Hussars. And on this side, freaking Andy has stopped Solara's push. He has now Halps and Chukunu and a few camels running around here. Could maybe add some siege. Do Chinese get siege ram? That would be what I would like to see now. Yeah, but this here isn't good for Quendi. You don't want to lose your trade in those games. Looks like freaking Andy has a lot of gold, buying stone even for 200 gold. That isn't something you do when you lack gold. Send some to his teammate so he will be able to afford a lot more units and some siege. There's 3 bombard cannons in the queue. And let's maybe keep the resource tile here open. Oh, but Andy is selling food. Maybe just because he has 6,000 still in the bank. And there we see Chinese siege ram. And if those wheels are going forward, let's see where the wood is for Solara. Yeah. I think Solara is dead. Those 1,000 wood are consumed. Quendi is out of wood. There's this left. And oh, that's part of the siege workshop. I think that's it. I think freaking Andy and Ganji will win because Keller and Solara will run out of wood. And yeah, as we saw, their trade isn't the best. They also are losing trade units again, which have to be replaced with wood. Only 500 left for both of them combined. And I think we will see the GG before the 48-minute mark. Even before the 45-minute mark. I didn't want to do that prediction. Black Forsters winning 2 games in a row. And therefore being 2-1 ahead now. And I think we already have the next game. Oh yeah, and it's Haboob. Oh no. Oh no. I said earlier that on Haboob we need Sif with death balls, so not the super fast Cumans, and now we will see Cumans. But we will also see Malians, Bohemians, and Magyars, and I'm really hyped to see freaking Andy and Ganji playing with Magyars and Bohemians. But we will have to wait 20 seconds before that. And I'm considering going to the toilet now. I think that's a good idea, no? So we do a short break, and after that we jump into the game without any delay. So I'll be back in a moment. And I am back. Let's jump into Capture Age. Where's it? There it is. All right. We have, once again, with weird colors, our players. And let's start with blue. Solara, we have Malians. I would assume we see camels here. We see siege and probably some infantry. Next to him, Keller, and I hope we see a Step Lancer rush. Step Lancers with humans are produced so fast and they're so deadly against walls and builds. And I wonder what freaking Andy with Magias will do against that. Apparently, just barrack stable. Houses, obviously, and a castle already. So maybe Magia Hussar helps, and I hope we will also see some Cavarges. And Ganji with Bohemians is building himself a wall here. He will play defensively, starting with the castle even. This one is also on 35 HP already. So he's building a wall around his TC, so no units can come in. And obviously, the moment Solara has few Cavarges, that plan is denied. But let's see if that will be the case. By the way, Tigui town centers of Malians, really good to kill the first attack with Hassa or what is the unit called? Light Cav. Yeah, and we see Step Lancers of Keller, not many, but he's only on 2 stables at the moment. And let's see if he can achieve anything with it. Those wills are walled in. This one could be killed. And Andy is walling pretty well here. But Solara is also playing over to Andy, while Ganji is still building his castles and stuff. So now with the castle, it's getting better for Andy. But he still has 2 players against himself. And military numbers for Quendi are way higher than for the Black Foresters, and Solara sold wood, but only for 43 gold. I'm not sure if he did that. It looks a bit like Ganji already sold. No. He has just invested wood into other things. It is possible that Solara sold a lot of wood, so much that I only saw the end of the long line of transactions. And that is quite popular in deathmatch because you run out of gold before you run out of wood or food. So if you need, for example, 4 camels, food and gold, you can sell wood to produce more camels than your opponent. And more gold units is in general better. Not always, obviously, but in general. And yeah, even though freaking Andy isn't dying here, he isn't thriving either. It's just so many units in his base, he always has to jump into the TC, he can't really get onto buildings, he can't get onto units because he's lacking the buildings. And we're at minute 5 and a bit, and freaking Andy has the highest score. And I think that is because he has the highest amount of resources. But resources don't give you anything. It's bad to have resources in your bank at that moment. And therefore, after 5 minutes, you want to have the lowest score, because that means you have full queues, you have some buildings with a lot of army in production, and then it has to rise again. For some civs like humans, obviously, you already have a lot of army on the field. But I think Andy is in a really bad situation. He has only 9 wills against 16 and 21 of his opponents, 19 for his teammate. And he is on 26 pop. 26 pop. While Keller has 27 harps, 34 step lancers, 12 paladins, 5 Kipchak, and so on and so on. There are already traps killing the only production buildings that freaking Andy has at the moment. I think freaking Andy is dead. And I don't think that Ganji will be able to win this game on his own. Andy was just overwhelmed in the first 3 minutes. And never got onto proper army. Second castle down, only 1 left. These siege rams should be able to kill the stable easily. I think that he also should do that. Yeah, he is doing it now. 1 paladin will come out. Yeah, there it is. And sending camels into the halves of Bohemians isn't a wise decision. Especially not now under the castle here. And Solara is pinging here. Probably. What? Was there an onager? Didn't saw what killed the Kipchak. But yeah, this castle could be denied by the camels. This castle could go down to the siege ram and the trap. Hi. Yeah, and freaking Andy, as I said, has a higher score than Solara, but no one can tell me that freaking Andy is in a better position than Solara. No one. Yeah, 7 wills, no TC, 18 army, 2 wills now. 2 wills, 18 army. This game is now Genji against Keller and Solara. And I'm sure that Genji will... I think that castle was killed, not deleted. I think that Genji will try it a bit now, and freaking Andy, 0 wills, 0 TCs, will never get onto TCs because he doesn't have a monastery to convert opponent wills. Freaking Andy is basically defeated. I think we will see that. And freaking Andy sent all his resources to Ganji, so last effort push. This is a good decision. Good that he still had the market. And oh yeah, freaking Andy also with absolutely no houses. Andy should delete all those buildings. Delete this one, delete this one, delete these walls, send all the resources over to your teammate. And Keller and Solara has to know that Andy is dead, his score isn't moving, and Ganji has an extremely high score. So they have to know that Ganji got all the resources by freaking Andy. Wait, what? Why are the resources getting high? Because freaking Andy is doing what he can to help his teammate. And he's raiding. That's all he can do. He can micro with these units until Ganji calls the GG or Quendi, Keller, and Solara. Those are a lot of Hoofnitze. Is it one volley to kill a castle now? And yeah, hi Macrobean. Those siege onagers could be dangerous if they don't die to the Hoofnitze, which they do, coincidentally. This castle is defended and the trap gets killed after one more shot. Ganji, you could hit. Thank you. The problem for Ganji, in my opinion, is that he is basically only playing with siege. There are some hand cannoneers and some harps, but not enough to play against two players, in my opinion. But he is doing quite well. I mean, Bohemians have a crazy death ball. Humans have their strength in the first 5 to 10 minutes, which is over. And Malians, I'm honestly not too sure if they are really that good. So I still see a chance, even though it's a slight one, for our Black Foresters to win this game. The Gibetto shredding through some halves, obviously, and should do solid damage against Hussite wagons. No? Looks like it. Hand cannoneers behind, also some dying, but doing good damage. And Ganji is placing more and more castles. I'm still a bit sad that Andy didn't delete the town center and the castle here. And the foundations. To get a bit more stone, could help out Ganji. Luckily, this situation makes it so much easier for me to spectate this, because it's only one area I have to look at. Oh, that was a good engagement for the halves. The Kipchak were going right through them. Yeah, Hoofnitze are really good against siege onagers. And I think Hoofnitze plus Harp is not bad against humans. Paladins going here through the Hussite wagon. I'm not too sure if Hussite wagon is the best unit anyway. Maybe in Deathmatch it's different, but in RM I don't like them. And let's see what Solara is doing here with Farimba Lightcav. I think that is what we call a proper raid. The Senkini is trying his best, and Andy with his Cav archers saving Ganji, Who would have thought that Andy is still doing so much? Yeah, he's probably sitting there with one hand on the mouse and the other hand drinking some water or speaking sign language to his brother, even though I don't know why they should speak sign language. And yeah, just running around one-handed. Ooh, that is an aggressive castle, and Ganji is indeed pushing. Yeah, that was a long pause. But this is a family-friendly stream, more or less, even though we see hundreds and hundreds of people dying, but only virtual people. And it's crazy how Ganji is indeed pushing forward. Oh, but he gets a big raid in. Well, can we really say raid? I would rather say push now that I think about it. With siege, some cav, and yeah, he has to see if he can defend against that. His problem will be that he will never get more than 200 pop, while his opponents can get up to 400. And yeah, always taking 2v1 trades when he's losing quite a lot of Hufnitze, but keeps some. And Ganji plus Andy still with way higher score, 4,000 points ahead. But Ganji is losing a lot of resources, or not losing resources, but spending a lot of resources, not getting in too much. At the beginning, he could still play with 200 military because he got freaking Andy's resources as well. Nice repair on the Hufnitze. Castle's killing the light cav. But now he has to get on proper eco numbers. And the light cav here, 62 kills! Holy guacamole. I think freaking Andy has a way higher kill than death ratio. 270 kills against 129 losses. And he cannot lose more than 4 units. Yes, not more than 4 units left. And he's preventing his opponents from getting into trade. He's killing Stonevilles. Holy guacamole. By the way, hello lovely people on YouTube. This is the moment where I know that I will upload this set. And I already have an idea what I use as a clickbait title. And they're not sending military. There are some Quebeto, but Andy can always micro this. He can always run away. He doesn't have to spend any concentration and APM on anything else but running around with them. No! We are down to 3 cav archers. Yeah, we are back at the main front at the moment. By the way, Keller, not really with much here. don't really see his position at the moment. He is at pop 150, same as Solara, and Ganji only around the same number, 140. But he is the one at the moment who's pushing. Oh, fighting with wills against the traps? Maybe the halves should help out as well? Of course I have a YouTube channel. And as a good viewer, you are already using the command. Yeah. I'm having a YouTube channel where I only upload VOD, so if you're watching every single stream, then you don't have to follow me on YouTube, but I would appreciate it nevertheless. And I think the push of Genji is losing steam. He says the same and is resigning. And player of the game, in my opinion, freaking Andy with a KD of 320 to 132, which should be around the 2.5 mark. Yeah. Crazy. Honestly, crazy game. Love that. Statistics. Find the orange player. Where's Andy? Awesome. Really awesome. Alright. Oh, 1CA is still alive, and he has 32 kills. Is he in the castle? Yeah, there he is. Under all the wilds. Nice. Yep, that is the 2-2 equalizer. Something else we love to see, because that means we have a good series ahead of us. The best of 7, so first 2-4 wins will win. 2 needed for both teams, and I see if I can find the next game. And not yet. It's still the lobby. That means for me that I have to fill the time a bit, and we could take a look at the maps we will see now. If I remember correctly, we have seen runestones, no? We have seen Atacama as the first map. I think then we saw runestones, then Golden Swamp Haboob. Or was it Serengeti? Could also be Serengeti. I'm not good at remembering. Oh, I'm pretty sure it's runestones. And what civs do we still have left? So Serengeti or Valley, not too big of a difference for me as a deathmatch pleb. We still have Berbers, Tatars. Oh, by the way, we have Burgundians and Italians cut off down there. Maybe I should change that. Oh no, oh no. This looks okay-ish. Yeah. I wasn't prepared for a best of 7 draft. Normally it was, well, in the first round it was best of 5. Ethiopians, Dravidians, Burgundians, Bulgarians, Tatars, Berbers are still left. I don't think we will see Dravidians. Even though they have quite good elephant archers. And I can't really predict anything here. I think Dravidians will be for 4 lakes, where their docks with extra housing space will be very good. And still no, the match isn't started. by the way, we see Serengeti now. Yeah, which also means we have seen runestones already. Hindustanis were played already. Franks, Vietnamese also played. Mayans. To be honest, Mesosifs aren't good in deathmatch. They lack those power units that where you get 10 on the field and run into your opponent's base and are a threat. Eagles, not really. They are cheap, but often it's not about resources, it's about population efficiency. And their Mesos, Sivs aren't good. Even though I love Inca mirror games in 1v1 deathmatch. Because you see every unit there always turning around. You start with Eagles, then you add Slingers, then you add Onjas, then you add Kamayuks, and then you add more Slingers, and then you add Eagles again, and it's just turning around, and every unit has its moment to shine. That's a lot of fun. Britons weren't played yet. Jaras neither. And I will do a prediction now that I will probably be lost at 4. So on Serengeti, I predict that we will see Tatars and Ethiopians. Oh, Lossard, thank you for the raid, and welcome to Assassin's Cup, a 2v2 deathmatch tournament where we see at the moment Quendi and Ganji playing as Black Forest Stars against Quendi Z. It's 2-2, best of 7, and we are waiting for the Serengeti game to start, where I just predicted that we will see Tatars, Ethiopians against Gujaras, Mayans, and I will be wrong with that. And the game is starting. Ooh! I predicted 2 civs correctly. And once again, we change the colors. And wait a moment. So, Keller is playing with Mayans here and adding barracks, obviously, for Halps and Eagles. And then plumes from castles, I assume. Solara will open with either elephants or cavalier. Cavalier obviously better for raiding, elephants better for the big push. And ballista elephants could be the follow-up. Then we have Ganji with Halps from barracks, I assume, and I think camels, even though they don't really have good camels, but they also don't have good cavalier. Yeah. And Andy with Bulgarians, we will see those stir-ups, hussars and cavalier, some conics most likely, and I would be Alps as well. I would be surprised if we don't see siege onagers from them. Same, by the way, for Ethiopians. Torsion engine siege onagers. I heard they are deadly. Especially if you have a group of 60 plumed archers or 60 eagles running around. Not being super careful. Let's see how it is starting. And I want to see the Eco KD again. Ooh, nice jump into the TC, but this won't jump into the TC as easily, but still gets it, is close to death. This will, running in the wrong direction, could be a will kill. Yes, it is, and that means Keller will have bit lower production than the others. And Solara got a will kill against Ganji. So if we look at whole teams, it's kind of even. Now this Hassa can't really engage anymore, and we will see 52 eagles in the queue and 38 halps, 31 battle elephants. So this will be a push, not a fast rush against Ganji. But well, we see there are the cavaliers. Oh no, those are the eagles. The cavaliers are of Ganji. The eagles were sent by Keller. And yes, the cavalier. And I see we have someone with taste in the chat, not only drinking some tea, also being a fan of elephants. I'm afraid we will see those elephants die to some good siege onager shots. Elephants not really good against halp and siege onager. And let's see what is happening here. Oh, freaking Andy with those +5 or +8 in total, but +5 from the unique tech. Defense, two-handed swordsman, obviously insane against eagles and against halps, but still bad against plumed archers. So if Keller can get onto plumed archers, they get useless. Until then, they are dangerous for the Mayan player here. And we have the elephants arriving in the base of Ganji, killing a lot of units left and right, and there should be enough to defend against those little army numbers running over, but the Alps are ready to kill those elephants. Big question though, can Ganji defend his wills? He has already lost 7. Some of them against the Khmer player, and oh no, Keller killed 2 of Andy's against Andy's wills with his eagles. And yeah, siege onager is also good against Mayans in general, especially if you can protect them from eagles, which isn't the case at the moment here, but 200 swordsmen are there. And against Mezzo, siege onager plus strong 200 swordsmen or champions is a good combination that it's hard to break. You don't have anything that can kill siege onagers from range, and you can't engage against the 200 swordsmen with your melee units. I think that is just a win for Andy. And we can focus a bit more on those elephants that are dying to halves, killing halves, everything is dying. What a brutal world. Yeah, eagles aren't great against Bulgarians, but Mayans are in late game not great against Bulgarians. Even if gold runs out, Mayans still are really bad against Halp plus Hassa. Just the mobility is too good. And yeah. I don't like Mayans in Deathmatch. I love them in RM. Comfort pick, I can pick every time I don't know what to do on open maps. But in Deathmatch, it's just as bad as those elephants against the halves of Ganji. And yeah, siege on messes getting on the field. I mean, Solara is in the base of Ganji doing damage, but I don't think in the long run this will work out for him. Yeah. I agree, Lossard. I agree. So let's rather celebrate the ballista elephants. Those are cool units. And they should shred shuttle warriors and the halps. yeah, Mayan's late game is basically helps plus selling resources to be able to get 5 eagles out or something like that. So if Quendi doesn't get onto trade, it looks even worse for them. Yeah, ballista elephants are really good if they have all the upgrades, if they get onto numbers, and that's exactly where Deathmatch is providing them with a good game mode for them. But there's one thing they are struggling against, that's strong siege. And if 21 torsion engine siege engines are shooting in here, there's a lot of dead elephant meat on the ground. I love what Ganji is doing here, securing the hill with the gold on it, with 2 castles. And I think Ganji is going to kill the castle with siege engines. He will lose some in the process, but this could be worth it. Maybe send the Shotels in to kill the Wilds. Where are the elephants? They are moving over here to fight against freaking Andy. And that could be the moment in which Ganji can push against Solara. Start a deadly, deadly push. Let's see how many shots we need to kill the TC. Could we please shoot on the TC, everyone? Thank you. And it's dead. Thank you very much. Killing your own units in the process. I wonder what is in those here onages. Yeah, that's not really an option against siege onages, right? Killing 1 scorpion and then that's it. This side freaking Andy with a lot of control. Those ballista elephants could be really useful here. Just shooting twice and getting the kill on the... Ooh, killing the wills. This castle is denied. 1 will still surviving. And these 2 traps were killing the onages here. Oh, and now I don't know if that's the engagement that freaking Andy has to take. I think we could wait here, just... Even though if he has pop capped or was pop capped, has a lot of resources, his queue isn't really full. Yeah, I think the Black 4 Stars will win this, and I think this is a Sif win. As I said, I'm not a deathmatch expert, no means, but I would be very surprised if a good deathmatch player tells me that this isn't a Sif win. Or at least a big advantage for friggin' Andy and Ganji. And this is the loss for Quendi. They are resigning. Not the best game of the series, I think. It was just pre-decided. But it's always nice to watch some siege runner shots and some elephants and some shotels. Like those units. Alright. Another look on the draft, and that means now that we see the last home map of Quendi, which will be 4 lakes. I predict that we see Dravidians there and we see Tatars there against Italians plus Persians. I think we didn't see Persians yet, no? That means more elephants, if I'm right. It also means probably elephant archers. And I'm completely wrong. I see the civs, and one of them was predicted correctly. But we still have to wait. So it takes a moment until the games can start. Spectator dashboard told me something that I missed. All right. Then I can check if there's another set of Nations Cup being scheduled, because at the moment there's only one. Okay. Sunday we will see Finland A versus Mexico A, which I want to cast. And Russia A versus Germany A will most likely be Monday or Sunday. Then we have the Argentinians playing against each other on the weekend as well. Probably late. And I hope I get a lot of sets to cast for Sunday, because I want to cast a lot of them. And we can jump into the game and see what Capture is showing us. And as always, I let them build some buildings and then we go over everything. And this and this. Was Keller always purple? Wasn't he teal? I'll do it like that. All right. Let's start with freaking Andy with Japanese. Cav Archer, Harp, and maybe Samurai, but Traps and Towers are their way to go in Deathmatch and mini games. By the way, nice hill. It could be used by Ganji, who is playing as Tatars. I assume camels. Okay. Step Lancers could have been an option, but camels are in general better for them. And after the stables, I want to see some ranges for Cav Archers. Then we have Keller with Gujaras. I'm not sure what they are doing. Looks like a lot of camels against potential Cav Archers from Ganji. The Shrivamchas could be good, but in Deathmatch, I think they are not as good as in random map. Because in post-imp, or in imp with all upgrades, they are not as insane as in Castle Age. And I think against big masses, they are not as insane. Especially not if they are protected by, for example, Japanese helps. And Solara with Bengalis. Battle elephants. I didn't even know that Bengalis have them, because I never really played with them. Archery range. Cav Archers, maybe. I'm not sure what Bengalis have, so let's see. And I already see that Keller and Ganji killed builds of each other. Ganji could get another, no, doesn't get another kill. Oh yeah, Elephant Archer, right. Elite Elephant Archer and Elite Battle Elephant. That's a combination I can see. That's something I want to see even. Not because it's the best, just because it's lovely to see. But those Japanese harps could deal quite some damage while they're on the hill. I don't know why Andy's putting them back. Maybe he doesn't want to engage against the elephant archers. Oh, I think some onagers are coming from freaking Andy as well. Those could be good against all those elephants. And Keller sending the first group of camels forward. Oh, no, it's the second one. The first one is lying around here. Oh yeah, and Macrobin, you're right. Elephant archers that receive less bonus damage. So that could be helpful against the halps. Even though it should still be a lot, and the higher attack rate of them could be dangerous. And this, at the moment, is something that Ganji is still winning. Gujaros adding elephant archers as well. And if they are getting onto good numbers, they are really good against camels, and they are also really good at killing vills in this compact bases. And it looks like that is what Solara wanted to do, but clicked on the onager instead of the vill. And Solara is deep into Andy's base already. And there are more elephants coming. I mean, you can overwhelm your opponent by being humans and having 80 step lancers after 2 minutes on the field. Or you can overwhelm your units by having some big fat elephants on the field after 5 minutes. And now there's only some siege missing. Maybe 2 siege ram. Oh no, more elephants! Siege elephants! Don't Bengalis have them as well? Gujaras have them. We see one here. Oh, and it's always bad if you run back with your halves behind your base just to die. And this hill is really good for Solara, getting that one. And Keller also pushing quite well, has a lot of elephant archers in the base of Ganji, or right in front of that, building a castle here. Siege elephant, and sadly no siege elephant from Solara, but 6 traps on the field. All already here. One castle's already down. Freaking Andy calls the GG. This one was a quick one. And elephants doing what they can best, being big fat damage dealers. GG indeed, Lonesome Rider. And I clicked on it wrong because now we are in game 7 of this best of 7 in the Assassin's Cup. And I started to cough a bit. Let's take a look at the draft. We have as last map Valley, home map of Black Foresters. And I think that Berbers are left, that Dravidians are left, and that Burgundians are left. For Quendi, we have Britons left, Persians left, and Italians left. And I should think more here. Now I can think in a way that you can see it. What do we want to see? I want to see Dravidians. I don't think that Flemish Revolution has a place in Deathmatch. Persians could be good. What Civ of the Black Foresters would be good against Persians? Berbers maybe. Burgundians have halberdiers? I think so, right? I'm not sure. Persians need sometimes, so maybe something really fast. I think I see Berbers Burgundians more than Dravidians, and Persians Britons is what Quendi will play. Let's see if I am correct with that prediction. I was very wrong last time I did one. And no! It's Persians and Britons versus Dravidians and Berbers. And we are already in the game. So I could show it to you now as well. Capture Age is still loading. There we go. Let's build. Let's let them build a bit again, and then pause. So freaking Andy with Berbers, obviously going for a lot of stables, some castles. So we will see those camels regenerating, being cheaper than camel archers as a follow-up, and together with him, Ganji going for barracks and siege as Dravidians. And Macrobine is sad because Keller is playing as the Britons with halbs to defend against the camels of the Berber player. And obviously archery ranges, castles. We will see Arps and or Longbowmen. And then we have Solara with Persians, starting with a few camels. But the power unit of Persians will be the war elephant. And I'm really happy that we can see them. Is Keller such a Persian picker? Is he someone who plays them regularly? I wonder if for Persians the commander and crossbows are an option. I don't think so. They just lack the power that you need in deathmatch. That would be funny. And here we see a lot of camels running around each other, not fighting. And I think those camels have the same strength, right? Yes, but Berber camels are regenerating. Doesn't help if you lose them and your wilds. Also, some cavaliers were added. What? Dogs? I didn't know that that is an option. That explains the Dravidian pick. Yeah, but this dog won't go up. Oh, for demos! I love this map. I love this map. Let's get rid of the bar. Oh, that is awesome. Not sure if that is... ships can move over sand. Who would have thought that? No one who has a basic understanding of physics, obviously. But this isn't physics. This is Age of Empires. Let's go. And send him in. Send him in. Bam. That would have been a better fight here. It's Keller's demo. And yeah, the Dravidian player adding elite elephant archers, helps and siege onagers. Basically every Sith that has siege onagers goes for siege onagers in deathmatch. At least that's my understanding of the game mode. Not too much happening here at the moment. Oh, we see some towers of the Britons. If I remember correctly, nice 2-for-1 trade. They have extra damage for Britons. So above average keeps And really nice to get some map control, even though here those elephants getting quite some value. 11 kills on them already. And Ganji and freaking Andy are pushing together here. There's some camel archers as well in the mix. We have the... And they're gone. Let's jump back over here. Good for Keller that freaking Andy has no dogs here. One demo here. Let it explode here or here. Would be devastating, but there is none left. Some onagers in here, so maybe don't move too far in. Elephants pushing against it as well. And the problem for Ganji and freaking Andy at the moment, this is... Oh, Keller's selling a lot of wood and sends the gold to Solara to support his elephant push. Solara is in not the best position here. Ooh, those were quite heavy siege onager shots, but those elephants have just so much HP. They lose 1,500 HP in the shot, I think. And you don't see it. None is dying. Elephants are pushing in deep here, while Keller is backing it up with a lot of ARPs and halves and traps. So yeah, the slow push of Britons that we normally see is getting faster with the elephants. But to get there, Solara sacrifices a lot of his base at the moment. Lost this gold spot basically. Has 10 traps in his base, 6 siege rangers, and 45 elite elephant archers with a total of 10k HP left. And Solara, sadly now it's too late for Ganji's demo ships to get in here and kill the ARPs, because the ARPs are already deep in freaking Andy's base, and it looks a bit like a base trade. They're trading Solara's bait against freaking Andy's bait. Big question though, who holds for longer? And at the moment I have the feeling that Solara is holding for a longer time. Scorpions could be great against these elephants all being on one spot, or not too far spread out, but as soon as the distance is closed, basically every unit is good against Scorpions. Yeah, halves against camels, nothing freaking Andy should do, but does he have an option? I don't think so. And he doesn't really have a good base anymore. The keeps in here are taking a lot of map control from him. Keller will build more towers with the stone he gets from Andy's base. And freaking Andy even sends over some camel archers. I don't know if that is what he can do at the moment, but let's be honest, camel archers don't do too well against a big group of ARPs from Britons, but together with all those, maybe that would have been better and easier to defend for Andy. But he is still getting pushed back further and further. But we also have to say Ganji is pushing deeper and deeper into Solara space, while Ganji has a peaceful base and Keller has a peaceful base. So no problems there. Keller is sending over longbowmen and ARPs and halps to help out his teammate. Didn't see anything from Ganji going over here. Now he is under attack. And it looks a bit like Keller deciding that this is enough for now against Andy. Ganji is the one we have problems with. And Ganji has to retreat. He's going back. And the Black Foresters are down at 250 pop, where Quendi has over 300. Not the biggest difference, not game deciding. But it says something, and Quendi has over 150 military, while Black Foresters around 50. Yeah, Camel Archers are worth more than halves and ups. And same goes for the Elephant Archers, which are getting killed by Paladins. Do they get bonus damage against the Elephant Archers, or is it just against Foot Archers? Against Archers, 2 bonus damage. They have the Archer Armor class. Yes. So Paladin should get +2 damage against those. Not that it matters too much, but could be 1 hit less or something like that. Maybe 2 with all those HP you have to get from them. And freaking Andy in a bad position, in my opinion. He has quite some problems. He has still some Camel Archers, but that's not an army you can win games with. Not in deathmatch. This is an army you can win games with if you have traps and keeps behind them. And now the Paladins are pushing against Ganji, going for some raids, while Elephant's killing the dogs here. And if Ganji is losing all those farms and a lot of wilds, that could be game ending. Ooh, nice Siege Ranger hit here. Yeah, and Onky, you're absolutely right. We don't see any trade from the Black Foresters. Solara and Keller starting slowly with the trade. We see 7 cards from Solara, none yet from Keller, but he's pop capped. He doesn't need resources, he needs pop space, and he needs kills against his opponent. And when the Siege Ranger goes for 1 kill and dies, that's not a resource efficient trade and not a pop efficient trade. And we now have Siege Rim by Solara. These 2 aren't doing anything, but it's okay because these 3 are really good at their job. Can the Rumi Swordsman kill 1? No, he dies. And what? Andy overbooming? Oh yeah, he's. I'm not sure if it's already an overboom, but he needs more army, not more vills. And 14 in the queue is definitely too much. And yeah, problem with army is production buildings. He has 4 stables and a castle. And he doesn't really have space to get production buildings. 2 siege workshops as well. He would have to delete farms to get production. And that's not what you want. And Keller with a good, stable push. Is it still a push? He is standing around here, is pretty stable, is taking a lot of area from his opponents, is doing his job. Solara is still pushing slowly but surely. Army numbers of Black Foresters only a third of what Quendi has. Eco numbers, similar, but that will drop soon. because Quendi will be able to push more. It's just a question how far Solara can push here. And yeah, Quendi wins this. The Black Forest does resign before we need to see the final push of Solara against Ganji. They know it won't happen. The reverse sweep, not really. The reverse push is not an option for them. And therefore, Quendi Z is winning this set in the probably best way for any caster. 3-4 win for them. And now let's take a look at the what is called bracket on Liquipedia. And where do I have that? No, that's what I want to show you. Sorry for making it super bright. And yeah, we just saw this game, semi-final in the winner bracket. So final of the winner bracket will be Quendi Z versus No Mercy. Quendi A losing to No Mercy. By the way, No Mercy is Frost9 and Tweppy. True Improvise and Rage are Quendi A. Isn't there a third one with Frost9? Yeah, Hydra. Frost9, Hydra, Tweppy. Interesting that Quendi A lost there. I would have seen them as the favorite. But it's really close there. And I think we will see Black Forest Stars against Suno A+, which is not only those two, right? Grinchy, Noob, Hazy, Westbrook. 3 players I don't really know. So I assume it's that the Black Forest Stars are the favorite there. And then most likely Quendi A versus Black Forest Stars in the loser bracket final. And yeah, then they have to win against whoever wins the loses in the winner bracket final, and then the winner of that game plays against the winner of the winner bracket final. So there are quite a lot of games or sets ahead of us, and a lot of quality deathmatch games. I hope I can cast some of them. And yeah, as you see, I'm coming as host of this, and I'm a caster. I'm on the Liquipedia page. I've made it, guys. I've made it. Oh, and Keller, you are here. GG's. Quendi A is only rusty old guys. Yeah, just like Gamer Legion in random map, I assume. Yeah, so I hope we will see you in some more sets, Keller. And I especially hope that we will see you in more sets on this channel. But not today. Today we will end the stream after a bit more than 3 hours. Not sure how the week will look for me, but I will 99% stream on Sunday, pretty late. Tomorrow is Plunder Party in the afternoon. And on Sunday I play my first random map madness game against someone called Onkyox, and I will win that 2-0 obviously. And yeah, otherwise maybe I will stream some more, I hope so, but a lot to do in real life at the moment, and that is a slight bit more important than real life. So thank you everyone for watching. We will rate Age of Queens. They are showing the Queen's Clash tournament where all the strong women of the scene are playing. And yeah, spam some positive energy there, some emotes, and have fun. bye bye, and thanks for watching.